'Cause
Wing spur of the moment live. Let's go.
let's go. Spare the moment. So, welcome, Ash K, Sasquatch Confessions, Jared. Welcome.
Welcome. I'm here.
You are here
Showing up.
showing up. Yeah, we both are. We don't do many lives lately. Well, you have been, I guess, on TikTok, right? So,
A little bit.
a little bit.
So
So
we're
I don't
live
know.
right now on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah,
Awesome.
we are.
Awesome. And we've been talking about this for so long, like doing a live together. Like it's about
Right?
time.
Sure. Yeah, it is about time. And it was nice to have you out, in Alberta to,
Mhm.
I guess, experience what we experience. Hmm.
I would have liked to have been a little longer, but it was
Absolutely.
amazing. It really was. It was awesome to meet for
Yeah.
sure.
So, Sasquatch Confessions, Jared, he did come out to Alberta. And I mean, it was for one night, but it was cool to connect with. I guess I'm going to ask you this question next, but as we were driving to Nordeg area, what I was just impressed with what Sasquatch has created was the connection and the community of people like yourself and I meeting and growing on all of those aspects. So I was really appreciative that we were coming together, BC, Alberta, and now we're, going into Sasquatch, call it habitat, whatever, they appear anywhere, right? So
Yeah.
it was really nice to do the camping alongside yourself. And oh
And what?
no.
And what?
And your Ken. What was his
And
name?
Ken's.
Ken.
Ken,
Okay, yes.
Ken Squatch, man.
Thank goodness. So glad you came.
No,
I
I
guess,
definitely, I totally agree with you there. I mean, it's awesome to have everybody come together and, you know, like-minded people. It's so great.
yeah,
Love it.
yeah. Yeah. Well, and then you and I mean, I find we're so unique in the spiritual aspect and the energy aspect. It's not just physical, right?
Mhm.
And myself, I find that Sasquatch Confessions has Jared, sorry, has a lot of experience, even just with the energies and understanding more of the quantum and stuff like that. Like a lot of people are logical, they want the physical aspect of Sasquatch. And yeah, it's there. However, we can enter the dimensions where they can come to us and use, call it liminal space, portals, and stuff like that. Um, Jared's had some pretty crazy experiences. And then, I mean, I don't know if you'd want to talk about this, but I think the best one that stands out is when you
Interdimensional technology. I can share the experience, it happened roughly in 2012, I believe. And I was sitting at a stop sign and the street light had this light beside it. And it to me, it looked like two street lights right beside each other. And then I realized that the one light is in the distance and it's just presenting itself there to like catch my attention. And I notice it and I tell my buddy to take a left and he goes down. He goes left and around the corner and we're driving down 14th Avenue and this huge ball of light comes into the street and just stops there. And it's like in the distance still, but it's waiting for me, right? And my buddy pulls up, he pulls over about 200 feet from it, and I don't even think about it. It's just like, and that alone stands out itself. I jump out of the vehicle, not even thinking. I run right up to this thing. I'm standing underneath it, and you know, like I know it there's a connection with Sasquatch with it as well. Like I
Mhm.
do believe that. But I'm standing there, and it was this huge, huge, uh, perfect circle, and it was about 50 feet in diameter, and it was pulsating, getting as bright as the sun, and it would cool down, and it was like glowing red hot. And it had this square box that was floating on the outside of it, that was zipping around it so fast, and it would just sit there and pulsate, right? And I'm
Mhm,
just amazed with what I'm seeing. Like, what the frick is going on here, right? Like at that time in
yeah,
my life, I had no idea that I was going to be on this journey or even like obviously I was already on it, but like I had no idea at that point, right?
right,
And
yeah,
it jumped in and out of our reality like 5 or 6 times, and it mind spoke to me, telling me it was here to show me interdimensional technology. And I, as soon as that happened, it disappeared for the last time, and it just it was gone, right? But
mhm,
that's basically the gist of it. It was such an
mhm,
amazing experience. Like that is like to me, it's one of the most amazing ones I've ever had. I'd say.
yeah. Well, it's
And
powerful,
it's
but that's
biblical,
why it's
biblical.
yeah, it stood out when you said interdimensional. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. And then like the cube and the way, I mean, what movie comes to light is Transformers, where it's the cube, right? But like there's the Metatron cube, and like there's the Merkabah that resembles the
Mhm. Oh, for sure.
tree. And I
100%.
see that a lot with the Sasquatch structures and like their pyramids. It's like this is like if you could take a drone and go above, you could see what kind of like geometry they're doing. And then what is it aligning to? Is it going, reflecting something up into the universe? I don't know. Or is it opening up a portal? It's
There's so
it's
much to
unknown.
it, there's so
Yeah,
much to it, and I
there is.
know, I mean, we really don't know exactly, of course, but, like, I've seen the portals, I know, and I feel that some of these structures are, like, pointed in that direction or,
Mhm,
maybe some
mhm,
kind of, like,
mhm.
I seen a video last night where there was these, poles, and they were leaning up against a tree, and they're all pointing, like, perfectly north, so it's just like,
Yeah,
how does that work, right?
right. Yeah. Well, and that's even like the tree that um it's like a sacred tree that to me they honored it, but every one that they put up was in a direction, directly north, directly west, directly east, and it's like, okay, there's purpose behind that. Trees just don't fall that way. They were literally picked up, placed against the tree in the directly where you line up a compass and it's directly north, directly east, and it's like, holy cow. There's meaning behind that, and whatever
Oh,
that
yeah.
meaning is, I don't know. When I was up against the tree, I remember Brian from Sasquatch Odyssey, Odyssey, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
He I was standing where a triangle was. He's like, "Notice that you're stone." So I said, "Take a picture." So against the tree, so standing against the tree, and you can see the triangle. And I was like, "Wow!" And I remember, I mean, this sounds crazy, but not to me. Is they said if you come into coherence, and resonance, and harmony with this tree, it'll teleport you. And then they gave me the location, and they show me the location every time, the same location, and then just like with them in ceremony. And I'm just like, "Wow, that is crazy."
Now, is this an area that you, like, go to frequently or is it just, like, do you know the tree?
Do I know the tree? Yeah, I can go there, like, I know where the tree is, I've went there, like, usually every time I go to Radium, I go to that tree for I've sat with it, I've had Sasquatch, like, right there, and they've played around that tree, but to sit there and to come into harmony and coherence with it, it intimidates me because what if I know I've went through liminal space, and it becomes more of a, can I allow that fear to
Is it almost like a panic? Kinda like
well, yeah,
when
because if I teleport.
Mm. Yeah, no, that'd be, I don't know, right? I wanna come back. But maybe you wouldn't wanna come back if you did go, maybe you'd just be like, "Holy shit, this is actually the real." Yeah, yes, yes. Mhm. Should we share some of our experiences? Like, I'd like to hear some of your stuff too, if you wanna share.
I think it's been phenomenal. Because it was it was telepathy, and
Mm.
every time I go out, every time I work with them, come on. It was the end of May, June, and the expeditioners left, and we were biking down to the waterfall, and all I kept on hearing was play, play, play. I'm like, I know, I just like to play frequency, but that's what the Sasquatch want. They want that play, right? And I'm like, play, play. Like, yeah, it's so much fun. Some people don't have that play with them. So, anyways, as I was biking, I'm like, oh, it'd be so funny. And I saw these two rocks in my mind, and I'm like, what you mean I should stack two rocks and play a trick? Which, I thought, no, it would be so funny, but I need to be professional and not play around in just the circumstances that we're in. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. Didn't say anything. Go down the waterfall, do all of that, and come back. And all of a sudden, the two stones that I saw in my mind were right there on the trail. And I'm like, oh my gosh, both of us throw the bikes down, and I'm like, those are the exact two rocks that were shown in my mind being stacked in the what I wanted to do to that individual. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Holy cow. So what I saw was he
Did you
was
let them know
playing.
that you were gonna do that?
No, like there was no
Like, were you like,
Sasquatch. I thought,
I was gonna play a trick on
yeah,
you, and they did
yes,
this."
afterwards, right? Afterwards, I'm like, I wanted to do that because I was like, that's exactly what I wanted to do, but I didn't because I didn't want to play or, hoax or whatever, that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I whatever, it's just that whole business aspect of it, right? So it was funny to see that. I'm like, the Sasquatch kept telling me the frequency of play. Play, play, play. Wanted to have fun, wanted to do that. And then obviously he gave me the image of the two rocks being stacked. I perceived it as my own inner playfulness wanting to stack the rocks. But when I saw them, it was
Oh,
obviously the
that's squatch,
Sasquatch. Yeah. I'm like, are you kidding?
for
That
sure.
was that was just cool. That was amazing. Priceless, and it's like I'm so blessed to have experienced that. Like, it's the gratitude.
Mhm.
It's because it's profound. It's like, how does something like that even happen? People go, "Oh,
So
yeah,
many
okay,
times,
whatever," but
like, when
yeah,
something happens to me, whether it be Sasquatch giving me this or anything else, like,
yeah,
so many things happen all the time, and it's like, when it does happen, I'm just so fucking happy, then, like, it's not even the getting it or having the gifts come to me, it's just knowing that they're there with me, because
right.
in
Yeah.
many times, it's when I need, uh maybe I'll be going through something or whatever, right? And it's like they always show presence whenever maybe I feel alone
Mhm.
or something
Mhm.
like that, right?
Mhm.
And it's like
Mhm.
they always have my back, and it's so touching to my heart,
Right?
to
Yeah.
everything. And it's like it's just amazing. I'm forever fucking blessed and grateful.
Yeah. Yeah, well, see, and that's where I mean, because 'cause I'm going through the waves of stuff, and I was like, "Hey, Sasquatch." And I have my set of my gifting area here, and, I have my stones, and I'm like, "Seriously, I'm really needing a sign that you want me to stay, you're on the path with me, you're still here, all of this kind of stuff." I'm like, I need an obvious sign, not move a twig here, not do that. So I put my stones, and they
The
literally
real
took.
deal.
Right. So and I put them in like a circle with the stick in the middle. I'm like, oh, they'll just play with the stick, but that's not what happened. So finally last night, or it must have been in between yesterday, I went, see, there's the crow. And then I went and there was a stone stacked on top of the other stone. And I'm like, and they do it in a way where they know that I'll know it's them, right? It's not just someone, and there's no one, no one knows where my gifting hub is. So
Nobody.
it's just nobody. Okay, well, other than other interdimensional beings
I mean, I've
and my
seen
dog
some of this
Gilly.
stuff. I mean, like this stuff that's happened, and it's pretty cool, man. Like, I don't set up like a specific place to gift, and I see a lot of my signs in nature and things like that when I'm out and about. And
Mhm,
to
mhm.
me, it's like they place them upon my path for me at that time because they know where I'm gonna be. They know everything really. To be that's how I feel anyways.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, of all the presences I've met through Sasquatch and stuff, I know Jared, you you're so determined and you know. It's your knowing. It's not even a belief, it's his knowing, you guys. He knows. Hello, Daniel, Willie, do it, and Betty don't. It's his knowing. He knows that Sasquatch walk with him. He knows. And because when you doubt, you go without. And that's one thing, Jared, you do not do. It's
Uh,
like, yep, that is Sasquatch. Your determination. Because I'll sit here and go, okay, I'm pretty, open to a lot of things, but he can push my cognitive dissonance sometimes. And I'm grateful for that for sure, because that's how
mhm,
we create growth in each other, right? Is
mhm.
doing that. So that's profound. And just your appreciation and your respect when you go out and just watching him in nature, going and tuning in with Sasquatch and nature itself was powerful and profound. And I can see why you guys have amazing success where you are just because of your presence and your energies, and you just know. It's just the know
It's
it.
like
It's
right
just like,
now,
yeah.
and I know you feel it too. It's like this, I don't know, I feel like this warm energy like
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's like
Yeah.
that's Sasquatch love, man. That's Sasquatch
Right.
frequency. That's how it's all about.
And see, and then
You
what does
just
it say up
know.
there? It says 13. Yeah, 17. Oh, it's so true. It's so true. And that's where it's and people, you can go out and you practice and get connected with nature and strengthen that. And obviously it's consistent work. Like we can't just go, I'm gonna go out. And I've talked to people that go, oh wow, I've been in the bush since day one. And after talking to myself, they go, wow, I can see a lot of things where I would have thought, oh, that's odd. I'm not gonna put any kind of energy to it. But now they go back and they go, huh, that could have been a Sasquatch or, this and that. It's like, yep, exactly. Was this last weekend? Um, I'm not sure which question,
If it's about
Julie.
Alberta, when I was there, it's 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah,
Something
2
like
weeks
that.
ago. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, what was I gonna say? So going up there and experiencing those sound bowls was so cool. I had
Mhm.
to come home and buy some myself. All right.
Yeah.
And I brought them to my spot where I knew, like, in the area, it's so cool. Like, you have to walk up over this hill, and then it turns into like a bowl. Like the area behind the hill is like a bowl, and the
Mhm.
acoustics are just so amazing in there. And like I've had so many experiences in there, giftings, visual sightings, everything in there. And
Yeah.
not just me, like a lot of people from my area have seen them there. They're everywhere. But we were playing the bowls, okay, and I pull them out, and we're all sitting in the moss, and me, Ken, and Lee, and we're playing the bowls for about 10 or 15 minutes. And I stop, and Ken's still like playing, and Lee's standing there, just standing. And I stop, and I just say, "This music is for you." And as soon as I say that, you hear like this roarish kind of like, it wasn't like a whoop, it was kind of like a whoop, but it was like long and drawn out. And it was just like as soon as my words finished coming out of my
Mhm.
mouth, it was just like boom. And Lee's standing right in front of me, he's looking at me like, what? It's
Right?
like that was so amazing.
It is, and see what happens is when you're out there, you're purifying the land, you're raising the frequency of the land, all the things in the land, whether it be a physical being, the trees itself, the interdimensional beings, and you're coming to coherence. You're helping, because we are dense beings, and Sasquatch isn't as dense, I don't believe. And now
I,
you're bringing
I feel
in.
that.
It's easier. These are falling off when we play those, and it's like, yes, so purified, right? We are the purification. It's so
Totally do.
awesome, right? Yeah, 9, 9. That's awesome. And you guys like to play them every night, which is I think that's spectacular.
It's
Yep.
amazing, it really is, like, I just I almost get into, like, this zone where I'm just like, you know, you can just feel it, and
Yeah.
it does something to you that's, nothing else does.
Exactly, and that's why I loved going to sound baths and when I would host retreats and be the chef and stuff, it's like those sound baths, you're immersing yourself in these frequencies,
I almost
and it
had Lee sitting
literally
in the background here playing one.
Yeah, so you immerse yourself in that frequency and then, it just it cleanses you and it just raises everything. It's powerful. It's awesome that you're experiencing that for sure.
Mhm.
For sure. So, what other experiences?
Does anybody out
Um,
there on YouTube have any questions for me, or some people know who I am, Sasquatch Confessions. Um, I don't really do lives on YouTube. I'd love to have questions from anybody, or if you guys would like me to share experiences or anything like that. I mean, you know me. I could get into it and just tell my stories all night long if I want to. Yeah, I have actually. Um, like this whole area is full of stuff like that, right? And this was probably it had to be about 2 or 3 years ago, and I was in Chilliwack, going up the Chilliwack River, and I'm just walking the river, and I come across this. It was an old sweat lodge, okay, and it was made right into the ground, and it was such a cool thing to see. And that day, I had what was it? This energy that I felt, okay, because the week previously, this is when Sasquatch came to me in my laundry room, and they gave me their energy. About a couple months after I had them grab me by the head, that was the first time I felt that energy. Second time in the laundry room. But when I was out there that day and I found that, I asked the Sasquatch for healing, and they brought that energy to me again. And that's something
mhm,
I can only explain as straight freaking electrical. Like it is like this feeling.
yeah, yeah,
It's indescribable, other than saying it feels like electricity going through your body. And
yeah,
like I asked them for it, right? Because I knew they were there with me, and they hit me from my toes. It starts tingling in my toes, and it rises up my body through my legs, up my stomach, and all the way to the top of my head. And it's just like it's this crazy feeling, right? Um, yeah, it was a really cool thing. Yeah, there's lots of stuff out there like that you
mhm,
can find around here.
mhm. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really come across anything well, out in the radium, the Nordag, not really. Well, I mean, you kinda stay away, other than the Sasquatch stuff is the only settlement stuff I find. I have found, like, this weird garden. It was like, I don't even know, like, there were you're in the middle of nowhere, and it was like even the trees were mimicking, like, a borderline, and you walked through them, and all of a sudden, it was like a garden. There were even, like, plant pots, like, pots from
People had
plants, and
pots.
I'm like,
People were growing
"What?"
marijuana out there, right?
Right? Maybe, you never know. It's just
I
like,
don't know. Bunch of
"Okay."
hippies.
Yeah, I don't know. It was
I'm
just
just
very
playing. You
odd.
never know. I mean, it. You could. Sasquatch has literally brought me things. People like
Yeah.
I've asked for certain things, right? And Sasquatches bring. Like I manifested Nan bread out of thin air. Okay. like
Yeah.
they can take things. Is what I'm trying to say here. Is what I'm trying to get at. Is that just because there was pots there doesn't mean it wasn't Sasquatch.
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
literally they can bring you things, as
Yeah,
in they brought me fucking man bread before. Whatever, right?
yeah.
Like they can move things around and take things. And I mean, if I were you, I would just feel it and go by that, really. Right? I mean,
Right. Mhm. So I'm thinking Julie's asking you this. Can you touch on any mind speak you've experienced?
the Sasquatch, I don't know if it's minds because I don't ever get like a
Right? That's
different voice in my head. You
yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
other than the one
Mhm.
time when they brought me interdimensional, it was like a different voice. It wasn't like my thoughts. Um,
Mhm.
but Sasquatch will come through that, right? They will give you the knowledge through
Yep.
thought, through not to say that they can't mind speak, because some people do receive that stuff, but myself, it's like knowings and things happen I can explain one thing where one time I had some I'll just call them cigarettes in my pocket here. And the Sasquatch told me not to bring them out. I went for them, I was looking for them, they were gone, they disappeared. And I'm like in my mind it says, do not take this to the forest today. Um what else did
Mhm.
it say? Something like, you know, you can't be doing this in the forest today, basically. And it wasn't a voice. It was just like a thought that came out of nowhere. And
Yeah.
then I go, whatever, right? And I don't follow through, and I go and I roll a couple more cigarettes. And when as I'm doing that, I look down and the thing that I was looking for is literally placed right in front of me. And they're shaking their head at me and they're going,
Yeah.
"Man, we're trying to teach you, we're trying to show you, and you just won't listen, man." You know, that's what I got from it
Mm.
anyways. But,
Mm.
like, that's kind of
Mhm.
how I get, little things like that will come to me like that, and I know that Sasquatch bringing me, you know, creator
Yeah.
Sasquatch spirit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
See, and I mean, I don't know, like, I think a lot of people like, there's a lot of labeling going on,
Oh, yeah.
telepathy. From what I have boots on the ground, being in their energy and learning from Sasquatch, it's like people could say you're channeling. Well, no, like I'm hearing them, but I'm receiving their physical lessons as I go through the forest and I go with their energy. I see pictures in my mind, but then I can be like, that's remote viewing, is what I would say more. Now,
We're all gifted uniquely, you know, and that's the way it is. Like somebody's telepathy is not going to be the same as this person's, right?
yeah.
Everything's different for
Mhm.
everyone. I think that, but
Absolutely.
it's important
To intend.
share this stuff, right? And
Yeah.
you know, like you said, we grow and we learn from each other, right?
Mhm.
It's very
Yeah, and
important.
then exactly, and it's that ebb and flow. Everyone, not listening to other people. Like, at least, like, if I'm not agreeing, like, if I don't agree, let's say Sasquatch confession, I'm gonna be like, okay, I can understand his perspective. I'll put it somewhere in my knowing so I can go, possibly, but see, I'm out. I'll be like, I could possibly use this information at one time when I'm out in the bush or whatever time, right? So I have a hard time just going, yeah, you're wrong, or yeah, it's my way or the highway type of thing. I love hearing what people have to say. I guess it's just the growing too, right? It's being more open to everything
Mhm.
and the subtleness of it and energy. Like, what I've learned a lot of is the quantum. We come into this matrix, into the cities and stuff. We go into nature. Nature is the quantum realm. And there is, like, look back, everything is associated with numbers and physics and stuff like that. I do want to read Willie Do It and Betty Don't because I just love that name. No, you've seen many footprints. Yes, we both have. But have you ever come across a handprint?
Yes, just not
Yeah,
long ago.
didn't you show me a picture?
Yeah, I have a
Yeah.
video of it on my TikTok. Um, and I maybe I showed you a video or a picture or something, but it was 100% in an area that I had not been in quite a while, and it was for surely a hand. Now I walk up this deactivated road up the mountain, and I get to the spot where we'd normally stop, kind of
Mhm.
just like enjoy the view for a minute. And I look over and I see this like these scuff marks in like the steep hill, and it looks like where there would be like footprints, like, but it was like hard ground, so it was just like scuffed, but you could see there's two footprints. And then I'm looking, so I walk up and I look up there, and there's this fucking handhole, like something has stepped up, put his hand right in there. Like I put my hand in it, and it was like my fingers, my thumb, everything went into like holes like where they should be. And it was just like crunched, like so deep into the earth, into the ground, like had to be at least 4 or 5 inches deep.
Mhm.
And I mean, that alone is like crazy strength, I'd say. Like, holy, I
Right?
couldn't do
Yeah.
it. I tried doing it with my bare hands on the ground. There's like not making anything at
Right?
all.
Yeah. Well, and that comes to like tree breaks when people are like, oh, as a human, it's like, do you know the strengths you need to have to just crack a tree that is alive? It's like it's power. There's a lot of power.
Oh yeah.
To embrace the journey, welcome from Washington.
Hey, not
Julie
far from
says
me.
it. Yeah. Julie says it's a personal journey with Sasquatch. Yeah, it's self-discovery, right? It's that
Mhm.
discover yourself and
Dive deep.
discover a whole lot. It's a remembering too. I
Mhm.
find it's also a remembering to who we were before we were tainted, before we were programmed, before all of
Before
it.
we were even people.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Like all
absolutely.
of it, I would say.
Mhm. And then Willie do it, Betty don't. Wow, I think there needs to be more casts made of the hands. Absolutely.
I
Um,
wanted to.
yeah,
I don't know why.
yeah. Well, because I mean, it's all that plastering. I mean, there's a lot of things, but I'd never take clay or the plaster, like, I
Weird, right? How did that work? What are you baking a loaf of bread out there or something? Baking a cake?
yeah. Uh, I don't know. No, the next one I wanted to create.
Oh, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. She's back.
I've seen a handprint, huge. Good game. I had someone send me a handprint on their vehicle once, and it was massive. And I
Mm.
was like, whoa. And just like even like what they left behind on the window of the vehicle was
Like the
kind of
oils.
like, yeah.
Yeah,
And
I've
then
seen
like,
that.
it's like interesting.
My buddy Sasquatch Ontario, he has lots of pictures like that.
Mhm.
Mike Patterson, he's my buddy. Uh, yeah, no, I've seen that kind of stuff lots. So they leave. I mean, people have had these oily things left on their
Yeah.
vehicles after they've grabbed them. Not to say they're all greasy, but mm.
Well, I mean, but we have it. I'm sure if I were to go like that on my window, I would
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
handprint, right? So it's body moisture, how we conduct. But yeah, what else? Do you want to tell us how you
Yeah. No, you know me, Ash. Okay, you know me. I'm gonna share everything right away. That's how I am. So, I mean, me and Ken, we went up to Alberta. I just went up there because I wanted to meet Ash and experience some of Alberta, and it was a great time. We got up there, we set up for a night. We had our time night, and in the morning, like I woke up. Now I woke up in the morning before everybody because I'm an early riser, right? And down I don't know, the path, I'll call it, there was this little shack that was built down there by somebody. Okay, where we were camping in. I went down there and I brought my pipe down there and I smoked it and I prayed, and I would do my blessings. And I came back up. I came back up to the tent. Everyone was still sleeping. And I crossed the street and I went over there and I was playing around over there and I placed a couple of those charms that I gave or spirit gave everybody, right? Like I
Mhm.
left some for Sasquatch in the area. And I that morning I heard them, they were there with me. Like they um it had to be maybe about 75 feet away, maybe. Like you could hear them walking around in there and they're like hitting on the tree and it was cool. Like I never noticed. Now I'm not sure if Zach seen, like you said that he said that he's seen it by my tent.
Yeah.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
So that alone is just like I had so much stuff on my mind that morning, as in like I gotta drive 12 hours back to BC. I wish I had more time here. I love these people. I had such a great time with everybody. Like it was like such a good vibe, right? And it's like, so all this is in my mind. So I don't have um I can't even see this stuff, like I didn't even notice it, okay?
Mhm.
And I packed up everything and I started heading back. And I pulled over at the gas station and I looked in the back seat and this was just sitting back there, like on top of everything. And I'm like, uh, to Ken, I'm like, bro, like, is this from you? Did you do this? He's like, never seen that in my life. I don't know what the hell that is. So of
Yeah.
course I sent you a picture. I don't know if it was then or when I got home, but the service was bad, so it's all over the place. But yeah, it was in my truck. I didn't put it there. And to me, it's like the Sasquatch wanted me to to have this and to know, right? Because like I know what this kind of means to me, right? Like this is a circle, right? It has meaning to me.
Mhm.
And it's like they didn't want me to not know that. So they made sure it came home with me. They put it in my truck. And it's so cool, right? Um, and another thing that did happen, like my charms, dude, my charms, my intuitive stone, and my love
And I
stone.
knew it, just gotta ask, gotta command that stuff
Okay,
back, right?
like I gave everybody these little charms. Okay, and when I left Alberta, when I left the campground, I put them in this little spot where they could not get out of. When I went to the
Mhm.
creek and I went for a swim and I came back to the truck, they were not there. They were gone. And I was so upset. I'm like, what the frick is going on? Like, where'd they go? And I'm thinking, did Sasquatch do this? Why? But then I get home and I think it had been a couple days and I think I told you about it at that point because I didn't even speak of it for a few days about losing them. And you told me, you can ask for the stuff back. And I
Mhm.
thought, because I never, of course, I know I can ask because I've asked Sasquatch for many things and Creator and everything. And so I did ask. I asked, and the next day I cleaned my house. I went downtown, like my house was spotless. I cleaned my house. I go downtown or to the next city or whatever to get some pants for work. And when I come back, it was sitting right where I'm sitting right now at my table, just sitting here, word up, like intuitive up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, they brought me it back, man. Like things like this happen to me all the time. And I'm so grateful for it, right? Like it's
Right?
such an
Yeah.
amazing thing. And I go, well, and I go like this too. Remember when I was handing them all out to everybody?
Mhm.
And I'm like, what do I have for Sasquatch? Do you remember what it said?
Yeah,
Do
love
you
and
remember?
love and in it started with an I,
Insight.
intention or
It
intuition.
was
In what?
insight is what it was.
There you go, insight.
So I left the insight stone or the insight little charm there in Alberta at the campground when I was wandering around. I left it there. But they they took the loved one because I told them it was for them, but they brought me back mine. I just like
With me now. It's been it's been my rock.
so
But
someone
anyways,
said
y
arrowhead, so I just had to pull this out.
yeah, it's probably on the picture. I'm guessing you saw that picture, Julie, is what I'm guessing?
Yes. I love this thing so much. It is so crazy, like, look how it is tied together. It is looped within loops. There's no actual knot. I don't even know how it is tied together. It's so strange. Like, I don't know. I don't even know how it's holding itself together, but it's looped together, looped within loops within loops. I don't know. But, like, check it
Will
out,
you do it,
everybody.
put it in a frame and keep it on your wall?
No, I'll just keep it till it falls apart.
That's just cool.
It's not it's awesome, right? But, like, it's something that won't last forever, and I'm okay
Mhm.
with that. It's
Mhm.
it's
Mhm.
it's just the knowing, like, having them experience, right?
Yeah,
That's what it's about.
absolutely.
And
It
I'll
is
hold
so
that.
about the
I'll hold that
experience.
forever,
Yeah.
right? Like, I'll hold the
Yeah,
experience forever,
yeah,
including in other lifetimes, and will always be there.
right? Powerful. It's what I go for is the experience. It's the only reason sometimes it's like, why do I do this? Why am I torturing myself sitting by this campfire with this thing right there? And it's like, oh my gosh. Oh
What
yeah, I'm
what
doing this to
thing are you
myself.
talking about?
Well, not the Sasquatch. Yeah, for the most part. When the UFO stuff, I was like, nope, you can stop that right now. I'm gonna go to bed if you do that. It's temporary art. Yeah. Welcome, Kim, and welcome, welcome. I did get your message. Went to I'm never on Facebook, so it's so challenging. Just text me. I was gonna go and look
Don't
for
worry,
her
I've
number.
messaged her there too. It's worth
Yeah.
don't try, guys.
Well, I mean, I haven't been on there, I'm with you actually. Yes. Uh, I went on there, I haven't been on there for, like, I don't know, 6 months, and I went just to see if just because that's where Kim asked me to message her, and I didn't message, but like, I don't like Facebook at all.
You went and looked at
Oh,
the message, but you didn't message her.
no, there was no message. I do not
Okay,
have your
okay.
number. Oh, I should have your number
Uh,
in my phone still.
sorry.
I'll just go scroll through my phone. As long as you have the same number from years ago. NK. So will he do it? That reminds me of what ancient people used to do for trinkets and baubles to give to the special friend. Oh,
I'm a special friend, believe that.
yeah.
Sasquatch see that for sure. Makes sense.
Well, I would say, yeah. One, I can see what Sasquatch sees in you. Like, what did you say? Was I all that? What was the question you asked me?
Oh, was I
Oh,
everything you expected?
right. And then what I say was like, and more.
He said everything and more.
Everything and more. Well, yeah, your profound knowingness that Sasquatch walks with you is freaking powerful. Like, you don't question it, and that's to me, that is presence, that is powerful. Like, it's just power all over that. Is what I
You
felt.
know
That's what
you're
I
the
meant
same
by
way,
and
right?
more.
You know you're the same way, right? I believe that's what I
Oh,
see in you, man. I see that in you
yeah.
fully. Not just Sasquatch though, like everything, right?
Mhm, mhm.
You know?
Yeah, so it's like
Definitely. Definitely.
he is more and more. You can feel it, right? Exactly. So that's why I said and more. And it wasn't ever in a non
I,
every
w- I was like, okay, I'll just tell everybody. I was like, were you making a fat joke? Joking around. That's just my
yeah.
personality. That's me joking with you. Like, I wasn't being serious about that. That's me trying to, like, make you laugh or something, right?
Yeah. It's
But
like no laughing. It's seriously a comment. Like, and
It's
more.
like, and I try to say this to you. I've said it to you in the past a few times. It's like everything doesn't have to be serious, right?
Mhm,
And we don't have
mhm.
to take everything so serious. We can be
Like, no.
ourselves. We can laugh. Exactly, right?
Right, exactly. Well, and seeing sometimes when you're getting to know people, like, it's like, okay, like, there's some things I had to bite my tongues because and I'm not gonna bring it up here either because there's some things because I'm not I don't know some people's and I guess you're not hiding your authenticity, but I don't wanna step on people's boundaries and I respect people and I want to never cross people's boundaries. And that's why I like when people are go, this is, that's I feel this way, please don't do that, or like however you show up.
Hmm.
And that's why I
I
like when I
mean,
say in your videos, when I watch you guys in the bush, you guys are just so innocent and the laughter is amazing. And it's like, yes, I love
yeah. Mhm. Mhm.
Jackson. He just
Oh my God!
and
Don't get me
joy
started
and
on your boy.
all over the place, right?
The kid was so cool. I love him.
It's
He's a
like,
good kid.
yeah, it's just amazing. So Willie and Betty say one day you will be eye to eye with a Sasquatch and you're gonna wink and smile, right? Sound cut out.
I've been
That's
10 feet away from a Sasquatch people. Like I've had multiple experiences and I could get into all that kind of stuff, right? Like you guys, Ash knows this for sure. Like I can sit and tell you
Mhm,
stories and keep talking for an hour straight if I want to.
mhm,
Like,
mhm,
do I share? I'll share the first time I seen Sasquatch as a youth. Okay. So I was about 8 years old, and this is also another funny thing too, right? Like around 8 years old is when the people who are connected with Sasquatch, like we're chosen people,
mhm.
like this is when around that time frame when they usually come to us for the first visual
I
sighting
see.
or something, right?
Mm,
So
mhm.
I was 8 years old and I was playing in the backyard of my parents' friends were building a house in the back of Mission. Sorry. And I'm standing there and playing in the backyard. There's this little creek that comes down into like the swamp kind of
Yeah.
thing, this pond. And I'm standing there and 10 feet across. It's like as a child, I didn't know it was a Sasquatch because I didn't know about this stuff, of course. Like I knew about Sasquatch and Bigfoot. I used to talk about them apparently, but I didn't know I was having a Sasquatch encounter at that moment. I didn't realize it until I was much older. But I was standing there. The Sasquatch was standing there, 5 foot tall Sasquatch covered in black hair. And we're staring at each other eye to eye. And as I squat down, I'm going down. So is the Sasquatch. He's squatting down. And like I reach out for the skunk cabbage. And it's like as I'm doing it, the Sasquatch is doing it too. And there's like zero. It wasn't mirroring me. It wasn't like, mimicking me. It was like it was me. That's what it felt like. It felt like it was like I was looking into a mirror because like
Mhm.
every single movement, it was like it was doing what I did. And then my parents, they called my name and I turned my head to the left and I looked back and the Sasquatch was no longer there.
Yeah, see, that's amazing. I probably I sitting there going, "What happened when I was 8?" See, I don't know, yeah, there's a lot of things that I could go, and I pull back and I go, I just remember being camping. I was probably about 8. I'm like, "I swear there's this thing here, and it's following me, and it's trying to communicate with me," and I'm like I didn't know anything about Sasquatch when I was a kid, so I just kept going, I feel like there's, a cougar watching me, but why?" And then there's this other we were on a bank, and I remember seeing a black object. I'm like, "Whoa," to my cousin, "Did you see that?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "There's something huge right there," and it was trying to get my attention and go up there. He's like, "Oh, no, you're just seeing things." So, you write it off as, I didn't know, like, Those are
Well,
so
that's a
many times that
Sasquatch
happen.
hash.
Yeah, I know, and it's powerful because it lines up exactly where radium is. If I were a freaking eagle, it'd take me 5 minutes. I'm like, this whole valley that I've grown up in is right where radium is. It's like it
You
take
know,
what, like
it's weird, right? Because I know I could go to Radium and it's gonna feel like my home. I
yep.
know I could go anywhere, and I think it's just really like people like us are like that. Like where
Mhm,
we go and
mhm.
experience nature and experience these things with Sasquatch, it's like it just feels like it's for us. Like it's such, it's where we belong. It's like I
Yeah.
belong everywhere because I feel that way when I experience Sasquatch, and I experience Sasquatch everywhere. Literally.
Yeah,
So, I
yeah.
mean, I don't know what I'm even
Well,
trying to
yeah.
say.
I've had people come up to me and I said, "Whoa, this is Sasquatch working through this individual because no one other than Sasquatch knows this." And it was profound because he's like, "I'll be right back." And I was working in the life cellar, so it's like a medicinal mushrooms and herbs and really nature connected. He's like, "I'll be right back." He goes out and he comes back. He's like, "You need this." And he opened up my hand and he puts a rose quartz in. And the things that start coming out of this guy's mouth, I'm like, oh my gosh, and then I people that have the connection, they have, like, these eyes, and I was just like, "Okay," and Sasquatch knows as if it's truth, I go in goosebumps up my left arm, it's where it starts, and it was like, "Holy cow, it's Sasquatch talking through this guy," and I'm like, just profound, and it was another time because again, it's always my hands. What is with this?
They
Okay,
get
that comes
warm.
back.
They get warm.
What ti yeah, and then, I was talking with this other guy, he's had lots of Sasquatch experiences, and they've done some crazy stuff by taking even his medicines out of his pocket and playing games.
Oh, man. Mhm. That's I know that can happen for sure, 100%. Like, I mean, I know Sasquatch. Sometimes I know when Sasquatch is like they have spoke through me before, like, and I know when they're doing it, and I'm totally present in that moment as well. It's not like they take
Mhm.
over me, like when I
Right.
speak it, you just it's hard to explain, but like,
No, yeah.
I know
No,
I
these guys
speak for
right,
them.
they're not yeah, and they're not taking over individuals,
No.
they're just and seeing the reason why is because these people have a connection to the land and have a connection to, um Sasquatch themselves. See, and I can feel that heat there, right there. It's like, yeah, that's truth right there. I don't know why my sound keeps cutting out.
You're okay. We can hear you fine. I mean, I can.
Okay. Well, people say that my sound keeps cutting out. So I don't know. But yeah. So there's that. What else? I wanted to say something else and I don't remember. Think it's in her vehicle. No, because I'm not attached to anything. Like it's okay, it's okay. It's okay. Straight off phone. No, nothing's on. Oh, Jared.
I'm here. I'm so happy to be here on YouTube with you right now. Like for real.
Yeah.
Uh it's I never do YouTube lives. I'm a TikTok guy. So it's like I've always wanted, like I've been in your lives, all the time. Whenever you're live, if I'm around, I'll be there.
Right,
And
yeah.
and like I know everybody in the live, like people know me, and it's cool to, you know, chat with some of you guys from YouTube and connect with you guys.
Exactly, right?
Super happy.
Suchina says, "Your vibration is faster than Wi-Fi." And Willie and Betty say, right now I feel a little more connected to your guests because I keep losing your connection, Ash. We all we are all here. Good to see you. Well, appreciate you guys all being here.
What have we talked about lately, kind of? What have we talked about lately?
Like just you and I, like on not on
Yeah,
social media.
okay, we've talked about doing a podcast, haven't we? Or like doing some kind of thing like
Right.
that.
Yes. Can you
What
hear me?
what I'm trying to say here, I can hear you fine, yes. I'm kind of asking the viewers out there, like, what would you guys would that be a thing that you guys would be into, like seeing us talk about Sasquatch and maybe have other people come on and talk as well about their experiences
What
or whatever, right? I'm just throwing it out there.
do more scientific aspect? We do the
Oh yeah.
multi-dimensional,
Yeah.
uh, the woo, the spiritual, stuff like that. So,
Yes. Yes, for sure. I think it would be fun because,
mhm.
you know, I enjoy doing this kind of stuff. It would be really fun.
Yeah.
Podcast
Oh
would be
yeah, do
good.
that. Tell us about the changes that may be coming. No, we can't tell them yet. I'm there if it
Ooh.
manifests. Yes, awesome.
Awesome, awesome. I love to hear that.
Mhm. Yeah, it's definitely, it's more like, well,
Uh,
just higher
can
vibrationals, frequencies, the physic aspect, the portals, the what is it? What is that called? Cloaking, those types of things. It's going to be and again, these are experiences that I myself have achieved, and Sasquatch Confessions, Jared, so it's just so we can take the collective a little higher in their journey with Sasquatch and connecting to nature and stuff like that. So we can
yes.
create the change, like these changes that are
Choose.
coming.
Choose the change.
Truth. Yes, truth change and no hiding and no, like just anything. Question, what is this Bigfoot prophecy I keep hearing about?
I'm a part of that. I can tell you that right now. That's all I can tell you. I can't tell you anything else or, you know?
Yeah. Me too. Feel that. That's like with Stuart Pierce. Excuse me, I knew that was gonna happen. I told Jared, I was like, he's gonna bring up someone that hasn't had an experience with Sasquatch. Something's happening here because
I
again,
You know
and
what, Ash? I felt that long before that
yeah,
too.
I know,
Like,
me too.
I don't to be honest, I don't think we even talked about it. I think we both just felt it.
Right. And that's why I want to start this because being people that are we're
This is gonna
feet on the
wake
ground.
everybody up. You know that, right? Ash, I get like that. I get like that too sometimes, and I'll be like, because sometimes things don't happen for a while, but I never say like, oh, I never try to give Sasquatch any kind of ultimatum or like, like do this or do that. It's like, I curiously wonder, you know, I might have a thought that says, are they still here? And then all of a sudden they'll show me they're still here. Mhm.
I'll get into my state of coherence and I'll ask them and I'll be like, I would like this to happen. And because you guys, because this is where it is, Jared. This is why I'll do that is because I do so much work. I'll
Yeah,
do
you
my
do.
best to have the respect. I'll do my best to unpeel the layers around the heart, unlayer,
You
all of
so
it. I
do.
want to, and it's like, so for an achievement. or, that doesn't even sound good. Just for that knowing, that experience. And it
You
doesn't have to
try
be
not
seen.
I'm not saying you
It's
try so hard, but you put in so much work. So it's like
right.
it's
Because I don't
such
know
an
how
amazing
much
thing to
now.
have the experience of having the gifts or whatever they may do with you, right?
Mhm,
Like, it's
mhm. And it's
like
it's
like
doing
for
the work.
someone like myself, like,
Mhm,
I don't it's not I'm not saying I don't put in the work, but I don't even try for any of this stuff. It's just, like, who I am and what you know what I mean? Like,
but you tried, you work on being the best
I'm a I do. Yeah.
that will do the work, and when you're tested, you won't sit there, and you might react, and if you do, you go back and you go, "Wow, okay." But it takes
It
a powerful person to do
it
that.
really shows you it shows myself how much I
Mhm,
have changed in the last, you know, 10 years of my life, 5 years of
right.
my life, you know what I mean? Like and that has to do with Sasquatch,
Mhm,
like
mhm,
100 and
mhm,
myself, of
mhm.
course, but, like, yeah, it's amazing. It really is.
And yes, it is truth, China. We just sometimes don't notice right away. Enjoy the journey along the way. Things are always happening, and it's so true. So that's where it's like, get to the presence, get to
Fucking
that
rinse, man.
exact moment, right? Get into all those senses, and then you'll notice the subtlety of everything is always happening. Yep. And welcome, UK rough ground warrior. Welcome. But yeah, so that
Oh,
might
yeah.
pull off.
You know what's
Fine.
funny? Okay, like, little things, like, I'm not gonna say what they are, but a lot of little things, like, because a lot of my friends, they know Sasquatch walks with me, they know all this stuff, of course, but and some of them, I'm not saying everybody believes in the stuff that I say, because of course, we're gonna have people that don't, but,
Yeah.
like, the people that do, they ask me, you know, to do this, to do that, or to ask for, like, a blessing or whatever, and it could be just like me asking for something to happen and it happens instantly, and I'm just like, and they're trying to make it happen so hard, and all I have to do is ask. It's just another cool
It's
experience
c it's because
along the
you have
way.
that knowing, you don't allow the doubt to creep in.
And I ask Sasquatch and I ask Creator,
Mhm,
to help.
mhm.
That's what I do. And then it usually
But see,
does help.
yeah, and then you let it go, and you're not
Yes.
holding on to it. See, that's why when you do it for other people, it's easier. When we do it for ourselves, like, that's even, like, when I'm doing healing on people, it's
Hmm.
easier, or even myself going to one of my mentors, because I can see that program, I can hear that program, and it's like I am unable to pull that lens back far enough to dismantle that. So I need someone to go in and be like, "Oh, that this and this and this." It's like, oh, yes. Thank you for finally, like, allowing that to come out, because I can get them. And it's all growth. It's all growth. Anyways, so connected with source, such sweet, loving souls. Thank you guys. Did I miss the Bigfoot prophecy? Ash cut out for a bit. Not sure what she said.
Ash, what do you know about a Bigfoot prophecy? You know anything? Is there twins in it?
Oh,
No.
I mean, it really depends. I don't want to, like, even call it the Bigfoot prophecy. It's just more of,
We're living in it right now.
I haven't.
We are
Yeah,
living in it.
exactly, and they're showing us the way, and they're trying to help us activate and help humanity activate, um, because it's there, and the more and more I see these people, starting to speak, like, it doesn't even necessarily, let's just use the angels of Atlantis, for example, because we were talking about Stuart Pearce, and that's who he says, and he says a lot of their teachings is associated with the Sasquatch, and it's
Mhm.
like, so that is both. Those are 2 different subjects, but they're both the same.
Angels and Sasquatch, man. I'd be saying Sasquatch are basically angels the whole time.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
So cut out. Julie and I did so Royal Creations. Julie and I did a remote viewing expedition last spring with Sasquatch and documented it. Pretty amazing. Yeah, I bet you it was. Always be cool to hear that. Willie, do it. Betty, don't. Have either of you thought of maybe making your own marker like they do tree breaks and you purposely make something like piling small branches? Yes, I mean I do that. And I'll get they'll respond for myself. That's how I, even here at home, I'll know by them doing this just different moving and placings of stones or branches. And again, it's
It's that
even going out
settlement,
to
man.
do stuff.
Just gotta notice
Mhm.
and see. Have the eyes,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then this thing right here.
You
Mhm.
sent oh no. Was this Julie? Was this recently or was it I don't remember. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back. We documented it privately. Oh, okay. I have them. Thank you, Ash. Makes sense. Okay. You're welcome. I feel like
Oh man.
sometimes we get all over the place. But it's really getting into there's mama and her baby deer. It's getting into that vibration and just keep working on yourselves and that inner journey and being the best version and coherence and infusing nature and adjusting your frequency. It's just all of it, right?
Mhm.
And we can get there. And always feel free to reach out. I mean, that's why again we want to help do the podcast with helping step by step guide you guys how you like we'll look at Royal Creations and Julie going out boots on the ground and doing that kind of I don't like saying boots on the feet on the ground. We like to put our feet on the ground
I was saying that
and
the
our
other
bodies in
day
the water.
in Alberta. I'm like, shoes on the ground. Should be
Yeah,
bare
I'm
feet though,
not
right?
wearing right? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Feet on the ground. Uh,
Mm.
well, that's cool. Thank you guys. Thank you, Julie and Royal. That'd be cool to hear. I sent to your Facebook Messenger. Okay, I will look.
Don't
I
worry, she ain't
don't
gonna see
like
that for about
Facebook.
3 years. No,
Exactly. Oh no.
I'm just
This is
playing
a good
everybody.
stream. Thanks. You're welcome, guys. You're so welcome. But anyways, my battery's like almost gonna kill it, so we should just call
Do
it
you
a
want to
night
just like?
and
Can we end it like with a squatch out or what? No, just.
watch out.
I'm just playing for any of the YouTube people out there. I mean, that's just one of my like the thing that I say when I end my lives over on TikTok. So I was just playing around. That's what I do is I play around a lot. Yeah.
Well, careful what you say. People might take that the wrong way. Great seeing both of you. Yeah, well, it's you guys join. Definitely
Mhm.
appreciate the connection. Thank you, Sasquatch Confessions, for showing up. Thank you
I
for
want to say
community for showing up.
I got a lot more to share too. Next time. Next time.
Mhm.
Awesome,
Yep.
Julie.
Thanks, Jared and Ash. Blessings, everyone. What's his YouTube? Sasquatch Confessions is his YouTube. All
Yes.
right, guys. Blessings, Jared, for showing up.
You're welcome.
Have talk soon. Take
Squat
care.
out.